So Hollywood's dying, and I'm happy about it. I think it's a good thing. Just hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Hollywood needs to die before it's reborn again. That's what we've seen happen in the history of the film industry. That's happened before. So honestly, the time we're in right now reminds me a lot of the 1960s in Hollywood, specifically with American cinema. This is the tail end of the golden age where the studio systems controlled everything. But the studios at this point in the 60s are losing power, and they're investing a lot of money into big budget movies that just aren't performing well because they've lost their heart and soul, and people are really unsure about what the future of the film industry is going to be. A lot of people think that it's just going to be television, people watching TV shows in their homes, and that nobody's going to go to movie theaters anymore. But then at the end of the 60s and into the early 70s, something really interesting happened. There were a bunch of really amazing auteur directors who emerged, like George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, Francis Ford Coppola, Martin Scorsese, Brian De Palma, and there was just this big shift in the film industry. It was revolutionary. Now all of a sudden, these directors are making projects that feel a lot more personal and grounded and tap into something different, which I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that they were no longer held back by the Hays Code, or like the morality code, which said what you could and couldn't put in movies. So now they're free from that. They're drawing inspiration from the French New Wave, making these really incredible movies. Like some of these movies made in the 70s are still what we consider some of the best movies of all time, like Star Wars, The Godfather Part 1 and 2, Taxi Driver. So this was just an absolutely revolutionary period. But in order to get to that point, there were a lot of rough patches. So the time we're in right now in the film industry reminds me of something similar. Like, we're going through a lot of change, but that could be good. The film industry could just like completely change and become something really amazing. And this gives me a lot of hope, honestly, as someone who's just starting out their career as a writer-director. Like, the industry, if it goes through this massive change, it's going to need emerging directors with new exciting ideas. So I'm positive, and I feel like we should all try to be as positive as we possibly can. But at the same time, I get that a lot of things look bad right now, and it's hard to be positive when it's just extremely difficult to find work. Like, I know a bunch of people who graduated college to work in the film industry, but now they're having hard times finding jobs. Or I know people even who have been working in the film industry for like 20 years, and they're having a hard time getting work in the film industry. I mean, even in my own life, like, I've had some luck, and I'm so grateful that I've been able to work on different projects in the film industry. But at the same time, like, I've had to work jobs that are